What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we got some huge NIL news for Michigan. Gonna be talking about all that. Plus, we got some bad news as a 4-star edge has decommitted from Michigan. I'm also gonna talk about what's next for Michigan after this decommitment. And we're gonna end the video and talk about Jim Harbaugh not being suspended 4 games this season. However, this case will likely go into the 2024 season. Gonna be talking about all of it and everything you guys should know right now about this case with the NCAA. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so we're going to start with the bad news here, as I'm sure some of you guys already know, but the 2024 4-star edge Michigan commit Elias Rudolph flipped his commitment to Miami yesterday. I posted it in the community tab about it. So he decommits from Michigan and is now committed to Miami. Now, Elias Rudolph was ranked 292nd nationally on 24/7 Sports Composite rankings as a 4-star. Now, he committed to Michigan back about a month ago. And just a month later, he decommits from Michigan and commits to Miami. Seems like Miami basically just offered him the bag, just like they're doing with all these recruits. And there were actually 4 crystal ball predictions that went in favor for Miami to get a flip commitment. Those all came in yesterday towards the afternoon before he did flip to Miami. So tough news there for Michigan, but we do have quite a bit of edges still committed to Michigan, like Devin Baxter, Dominic Nichols, and Jacob Smith. Now, Michigan is still going to have to fight to keep Jacob Smith and Dominic Nichols committed to Michigan, as other teams are trying to recruit them still. Now, according to the Michigan Insider, some of Michigan's linebacker commits like Jaden Smith, Cole Sullivan, and Mason Curtis could eventually project on the edge, so they all also could be edge players here at Michigan. Depends on how the coaches want them and where they want to play them. But right now Michigan has 3 edge commits in the 2024 class. They may go ahead and pursue some others, but right now I think they are fine with 3. They got 3 talented ones, and worst comes to worst, another one decommits and they'll have to go back and get another edge player. But they may evaluate some senior risers just so that they have a backup plan if another edge commit does decommit. But I really wouldn't worry about it too much. Now, some good news is NIL news for Michigan. Some pretty big news here, as the Champion Circle NIL Collective has become the first to enter a partnership with Michigan Athletics, which means that they will be able to use the Block M, and they'll be allowed to use Michigan word marks and logos in marketing, fundraising, and other promotional things. Athletic Director Ward Manuel said, "We welcome the Champion Circle as the first U of M collective to achieve the status as an official partner of the Michigan Athletics. Champion Circle has been thoughtful and proactive in its approach to support NIL activities for student athletes across our entire athletic department. They have done a tremendous amount of work to properly leverage our marks to benefit our young people." So this is some pretty big news here for Michigan NIL, because before, collectives such as the Champion Circle weren't allowed to use any watermarks or word marks and logos like the Block M. They were not able to use any of that until now. So another big step for Michigan in the NIL game. They are just continuing to make, steady strides in the NIL game right now. We've talked about it before. Michigan is not going to do pay to play with recruits. They aren't going to give recruits, a bag of money to make them come here. First of all, that's not the way Jim Harbaugh wants to do it. And second of all, that's not really what should even be allowed to be done. And honestly, with Michigan's luck, they would probably, get caught, because the NCAA clearly has a nag for him. But this is some big news here, as Champion Circle NIL Collective has become the first partnership with Michigan Athletics. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about that. And now the next thing I want to talk about is Jim Harbaugh in the NCAA, as it has come out. It came out yesterday that Jim Harbaugh is now not expected to receive his 4-game suspension in the 2023 season. Now that is good news. However, the only reason he isn't getting suspended this season is because the NCAA Committee on Infractions rejected the negotiated settlement, and now the case is expected to go to a full hearing that will likely take place sometime in 2024. So while it is good news that Jim Harbaugh isn't going to receive a 4-game suspension for the 2023 season, the bad news to this is that the NCAA is now taking this into the 2024 season, and it could result in a harsher punishment for Jim Harbaugh. Now apparently Harbaugh was willing to accept a 4-game suspension to put the incident away and to just move on, even though he wasn't, happy about it. But now the NCAA appears that they want to take this to the 2024 season and basically reconsider it and potentially reconsider a harsher punishment for Harbaugh. It's complete BS. This is only happening to Jim Harbaugh because he is Michigan's head coach, and the NCAA, like I said earlier in the video, they just have a nag for Michigan, and quite frankly, they are just embarrassing themselves, the NCAA. Another thing on this is that the NCAA actually released a statement, really shouldn't have released this statement, basically breaking their own rules, but Derek Crawford, the NCAA Vice President of Hearing Operations, said the Michigan infractions case is related to impermissible on and off campus recruiting during the COVID-19 dead period and impermissible coaching activities, not a cheeseburger. Said it is not uncommon for the Committee on Infractions to seek clarifications on key facts prior to accepting. He said the COI, which is the Committee on Infractions, may also reject an negotiated resolution if it determines that the agreement is not in the best interest of the association. He said if the involved parties cannot resolve a case through the negotiated resolution process, it may proceed to a hearing, but the committee believes cooperation is the best avenue to quickly resolve issues. And Crawford, who actually holds 2 degrees from Alabama, basically seemed to imply that Michigan wasn't cooperating in Harbaugh's refusal to admit lying to the NCAA, which is basically where all this is coming from, is Harbaugh lying to the NCAA about remembering him buying cheeseburgers for recruits. And Tom Mars responded to the NCAA's statement about this. On Twitter, he said, pursuant to the NCAA's internal operating procedures and under threat of penalties in Michigan, the involved coaches and their lawyers are prohibited from uttering a word about this ongoing case, yet the NCAA can issue a public statement putting its spin on the case. Unreal. So that's everything that's going on with Jim Harbaugh in the NCAA. I know that was a lot. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys go ahead and put them in the comment section. But basically, it's all a bunch of BS for Michigan. But on the bright side, Michigan can just forget about this for right now, focus on the 2023 season, and Jim Harbaugh shouldn't face any suspensions this season. So now it's just time to focus on football and go ahead and win a national championship. But other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.